human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately. It's locked, all right. I have this thirst for blood.
We gotta determine if that body got stabbed and sucked or just sucked, probably. So this one's gonna probably be a short one.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? The chest was originally open to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Huh. I'll check the body again.
Tippett has made an...
Oh.
It's locked, all right.
Keep hitting these scouts is kind of annoying for me. I need more blood. But yeah, I'm not sure if there's a good or bad ending, so I'm probably just gonna try actually doing better for these areas and see if I could get the good ending. Because I really don't want to get a bad ending. If I could replace certain parts though, then I'll be fine with getting the bad ending, and I'll see if I could get the good ending, then that'll be it, because I don't have to ending.
Surely I can endure another night.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed.
Do you need any medical?
Yes, indeed.
I will see you later. Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Ah.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Who was this patient?
Oh, sorry, I keep mentioning him in that. Mike. Sorry.
I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Pippa, Sheen. I literally skipped over her.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Personal questions.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct. Concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
Perhaps you did it with the best intentions, Nurse Brannigan, but you took a great risk. Must I remind you that a man died?
You mean you've never made a mistake? Never covered your tracks? Come on, Doctor. I wasn't born yesterday.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett's is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need his know-how.
I hope you're right. This is a huge risk you're taking.
Dr. Tippett's must regain his confidence. Please, keep this decision between you and me. He doesn't need to know you've found out.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Well, I already told him. I succeeded with my investigation, though. Now where is he? So I can tell him I won't tell him. You should still be outside.
I cannot enter. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
The mistress of the dark will drink your blood.
Christ is dead! The Lord commands you!
Are you all right, Miss Howcroft?
They were tracking me, hunting me down. After the death of Thomas, they came to the hospital. They said I killed him.
But you're safe now. Those men won't bother you anymore, I promise.
Did you hear them? They recognized me as a vampire. I knew it. I knew it.
No. Those hunters would have made a huge mistake if they had killed you.
I'm not crazy. I knew there was something wrong with me. I need to tell the doctors about this.
Well, I'm just gonna drop something.
I'm not crazy.
It's just gonna repeat the same dialogue, okay? Oops, sorry about that. Find out whom the scarf belongs to.
Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many.
Joe, please, I don't have your money. Come on, Baron, you know the game. We pay for pizza.
I'm cheap and I'm clean. Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll be
Hello again. Tell me, Camellia, how are things now the dispensary is closed? Very well. Goodbye then.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
pay me a glass.
Good evening, Christine.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Could this be the scarf you lost, Miss Popper?
It is much more than a scarf to me. Family and my country. Thank you so much.
Ooh, 50. Huh?
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Fine.
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost. Huh. There's a letter inside. A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
Yeah, it would be kind of bad if I don't give it to Joe because of how that is. But Joe's already sticking him in the mud. The best thing I could do is give it to Barrett because of how Joe has been treating him.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? I found this box in an abandoned building nearby. I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around there. Extraordinary.
I suppose I was lucky.
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be properly rewarded.
About this package, it's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
I don't want to be rude or anything after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
Alright, thank you for the 50.
Bye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Alright, so that's finished. I'll go to my hideout, sleep, see. I did so many good deeds. Alright, now my physical prowess should be as large as my health bar. Nope, it's bigger. Wow. Alright, so it's serious, but it's somewhat good now. Over here, sickness everywhere. I'm gonna go back around and start helping again. And then well, no, I'm gonna go back around, start helping, finish main mission. I actually entered my hideout, even though I wasn't even facing towards it. That's stupid. I was thinking about playing Bloodborne. Maybe try Dark Souls. I heard Dark Souls was very hard.
Would you like me to revive you?
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Good evening, Doctor.
Is there anything...
Really?
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. I'm sure if me missus was still alive...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
I'm all right.
Good evening.
Do you require medical attention?
Do you know you're the only...
Despite what you think about this place, I can...
Well, at least...
Goodbye.
I already heard all this dialogue before.
Good evening,
I'm sure... Do you need another Don't end that it... Please show me. Of course. It's locked. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about
I don't believe I have anything for migraines.
Good evening.
And I'm...
Do you require...
My condition.
I will come and... I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Good evening.
Do you need...
I'm afraid...
Not a...
Thank...
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening.
Goodbye. Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require...
I will be...
I will... Goodbye.
Right, there's not much more I could do, so... Oh, wow. I always knew he would be a useless character.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
I trusted her. You...
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed. Permanently. You will not be bothered anymore by the woman.
And who was this woman?
If you must know, she worked under my employ as Nurse Crane. But I'll wager that's not what will be written on her gravestone.
You killed her? Is that what you consider discretion and diplomacy, Dr. Reed?
I did what I thought was best, and acted accordingly.
You will learn that trust is a rare and precious commodity in the Immortals world, my young doctor. And your actions have not induced me to offer you my support.
Yeah, dumbass.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Excuse my forwardness, but... are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Are you?
This stupid question, isn't it?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
When did I drink a person's blood?
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients?
I shouldn't have killed the woman.
Is a good and compassionate
I think she
man.
deserves to have been ratted out.
Hunger.
Honestly.
Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders.
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Okay, I am a gentleman, but in this case, I am allowed.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a Skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
I think I may become a Scowl in the late game if I get like a bad ending, I'm assuming. Because if you look at Jonathan, he does kind of show.
London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seems they have been recruiting.
I bid you farewell. For now, Melly. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
We're so lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know. I met him in New York.
If only there were more of them. Less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could say the same for the others.
Well, at least some people like me in this hospital.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scows. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it. Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak. But I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
And why not? What did Stoker say about the Children of the Night? Well, using my blood, I could create a whole army of vampires.
Surely you're joking.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
Yes,
No,
I am
thank you.
joking.
But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's dead.
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
I'm at least trying to get all the passive abilities over the 300 ones and get them. Okay, never mind. The poor game decided to kill itself. And my game, my PS4 decided to freeze a tiny bit. Alright, well, I guess I will be seeing you guys later. Episode 5, I think. So, yeah, see ya. 1 second, my PS4 is completely frozen.